I graduated into the first Great Recession of our lifetimes, which was really unfortunate. I was scheduled to finish in 2008 from law school, and then 2009 from the joint degree. So ended up finishing in 2009. Thought I was going to go the consulting route for several years to really get that big firm, the McKinsey, Deloitte, PwC experience under my belt, and had opportunities with several of them that vanished in the fall of 2008, just because the economy was such that they a lot of the feedback was, we'd love to hire you, but we're not going to hire anybody. And so that was a learning experience, because all of a sudden what I had been counting on, it's the old counting the chickens, right? And thinking of grandma on the farm, it was I had kind of built my career towards, or built my academic career towards, getting that kind of a job. So fall 2009 was after I took the bar exam, was waiting for bar exam results in the summer of 2009. During the fall, started applying for a bunch of jobs. I think I sent about 400 letters to people. I had lunch with 30 or 40 people, just trying to get some sort of a foothold and understanding to what's going on. And the job I actually applied to that worked out was for a project manager at a small marketing company. And that's all I really knew. So I showed up to this interview thinking, well, I got to have a job. I can't just sit around and wait. So I walked in, and it was the founder and two people and a dog. And that's who was in the office that day. I thought, oh, well, where's the rest of this company? Maybe they all work from home. And it was like, well, no, this is it. This is the whole company. And so I was employee number 4 in this small agency. And so that was certainly a different than the McKinsey experience. But it was a great way to get in and try some things with really nothing to lose. I had no money in the bank account and a lot of energy and a lot of dreams, and thought, okay, we're going to make this go for a couple of years, and then we'll see from there how it works out. And those entrepreneurial days were fun, but man, are they exhausting. It was the 80-hour weeks, and on Friday afternoon deciding whether you were going to get a paycheck because you weren't really sure if you were going to be able to make payroll as an organization. And so it was certainly experience that I carry with me, but I do not miss the days of not being sure about the money coming in the door.
Yes, I imagine post 2008, 2009, and then going into a job like that could be a little stressful.
Yeah, very much so. I was lucky to have a job. I will tell you that out of my JD MBA classmates, the folks with the joint degree had a much better success rate in finding work out of school than the folks with just the law degree. And I think that part of that was the flexibility that comes built into that JD MBA background, but also a willingness to try new things. I think a lot of my law school classmates sat around and waited because they had convinced themselves that they were qualified for and wanted a certain kind of a job, and those jobs weren't available. I mean, if you recall, I mean, the legal market really took a nosedive, and something like 30 or 40% of people got turned out. And so you had first year lawyers coming out of law school competing with 7th and 8th year associates and willing to work for the same amount of money. And so if you're a firm, why in the world would you hire the new student? And so my graduating class from law school in 2009, I believe the numbers are still just barely over half of the people in my class have a law job.
Wow.
Down from somewhere in the 80 to 90% in the usual class. And so I'm fortunate that I had the dual degree and had some flexibility, but it also, those economic conditions, much like are affecting students now, the situation that you and your classmates find yourself in, there are certainly bigger factors at play. Luck is so much about how a job works out, how much a career works out, and timing, and often those things are beyond your control. And so making the best of what you end up with really is the defining factor between people in my class who really found a way to survive and thrive versus those that sat around and waited.